Disenchantment Season 4 finally is here. It's been over a year since Season 3, and I don't really know how to feel about the season yet, so keep in mind everything I say in this video may change over time, but I think if you're a fan of the show, you should just watch Season 4, and you probably already have it. So this season was good. Um, so we have this season where spoilers. After last season, uh, you know, uh, Alpha was kidnapped by ogres, and we also know that Lucy died, and Bean was set to marry in hell. So I like that through this conflict that we do see that you know through this arc of getting Alpha back and Lucy. We see more of Jerry, which was such a funny character that died, and some of the jokes about heaven are absolutely hilarious. Like he's offering them food, and Jerry's like, um, "If you, hey, this is kind of insulting to people who actually starve on planet Earth because we're in heaven, we don't really need to eat." He's like, "Well, it's okay because they'll be the sooner they starve, the sooner they're in heaven," which is just like so effed up. But that was funny, and I liked seeing Elfo's backstory. I'm glad that plot point's resolved. I'm glad we're getting to points where the story's getting resolved. Because the show does feel like it's getting to a point where the show feels very repetitive. Like, when I started this season, I'm like, how many times are we going to have the main characters fake die, right? Season 1, we had Elfo almost die. Season 3, we had, that Cliff, no, season 2, um, we've had a lot of fake out deaths in the show. It's no longer fun. So I'm glad that we're wrapping up plot points because I feel like if we get another season, which we obviously are, this show's incredibly popular. It does incredibly well in the ratings. It's a good show. Obviously that Matt Groening as a creator is someone that they want to be producing and making stuff for Netflix. So obviously we are getting a season 5. I'm sure it's already greenlit. I'm sure there's like a bazillion articles. What's gonna happen in season 5 already? That type of thing. It's a good season. But I'm glad we're getting to a point where we're wrapping up plot points. I like this backstory being an ogre, though. To me, it felt like there was more to that though. Like, oh, his backstory is gonna tie into the greater lore of the show. Doesn't really seem like it is. He's just an ogre now, and it's like, okay, he's an ogre now. Maybe it means that later in the show, when maybe we need extra allies, they can go to the ogres, because Alpha is one. I don't know. I like that. That happened. I don't know. There's some fun stuff that happened this season. My biggest issue with this season is it felt more like more than any other season of the show. The show felt very aimless this season. Yeah, we're like the show's always kind of had a lot happening, but this season felt like there was a lot happening that wasn't fully developed or explored the way it should be. And I was like, oh, and I think one of my problems with this season is that why it feels more aimless is because you have what was I gonna say? God, I'm going blank. It's just because like the theme, like, so in season 3, you have several arcs, like, so the Steamland arc in season 3. Season 3 is the best season of the show. So Steamland arc, that's about a few episodes. That's where they develop everything in those episodes, and they continue one right after another. A lot of the plot points just like randomly plop in front of you in this season, and you're just like, oh, I guess this is what the season is about. It doesn't feel like thematically this season has something it's going for, nor does it seem like plot wise it has something it's going for. Like, obviously there was always going to be twists and turns, but it felt like last season was very clear that, all right, we're gonna deal with some of the conflicts in Steamland, and then we're gonna have an arc about becoming queen, and that's an arc, right? So that's two main plots that focus on. Season 4 felt like there was no clear arc for the first and second half of the seasons, because like I take it this way: 5 episodes is an arc, and then it's over, and then they go on to the next thing. Cool, that's what I like that, but it didn't feel like that. It felt like it did feel like that they're trying to wrap up some plot points so that way they can clear the air for the next season when they actually really need to probably start finishing stuff and be like, this is the final season. And if it is the final season, cool. I don't want this show to be like Futurama and The Simpsons, and you because I can already tell that this show is not made to continue on the way it is. This show will keep throwing you through loops, and the more they have to keep throwing those twists and turns at you, the less entertaining it will get because of the simple fact that, well, it feels like a lot of this stuff is starting to come out of thin air. So we'll see what happens with season 5. I cannot wait for it. But season 4 was a little disappointing in the sense that I wanted it to be as good as season 4 or 3 was, but it's not, and that's unfortunate. But hopefully season 5 is better. Hopefully they can get a clearer focus, I think, is the issue.